NCAA bid, but red-hot Illinois State has Cinderella written all over it, especially after last night.
A lot of times the most dangerous guy is the guy taking it out of bounds.
Jepson looking to inbound it, does to the freshman. 3 seconds. Jepson, not a good look, lets her fly. Got it! Illinois State advances! The 3 by Jepson, 6 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Illinois State wins it!
You gotta be kidding me, partner.
Woo! Wow! How about that?
Proudly presents the semifinal round of the Missouri Valley Conference basketball tournament. It is the Creighton Blue Jays against the Illinois State Redbirds. Welcome back, everybody. I'm John Walters. We've already seen Southern Illinois advance on to the championship game of the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. Who will join them? We're going to find out in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at the brackets to this point. Southern Illinois couldn't have been more impressive in knocking off Southwest Missouri State in our first semifinal. Creighton will take on Illinois State for the right to face Southern. Creighton swept the season series from the Redbirds. We know what Creighton brings to the table, Mitch Holtis, but this Illinois State team has won 11 of its last 13. So, Mitch, the question is, are they really the Cinderella of this tournament?
John, I'm going to tell you who Cinderella is. It's Sean Jepson, who had a Cinderella shot. But the big ugly sisters wear blue. Creighton has won ugly. They've won pretty. They've won a lot. They got 20 wins, Chris Piper.
Well, if you ask Dana Altman about this year's team, he's going to tell you they're just getting it done. They're finding different ways to get it done. You know, they got Kyle Korver, the star, but they also look to a lot of different guys to step up and make plays. It tells you a lot about what a great job Dana Altman's done coaching his team.
Illinois State was going to lose to Drake. Sean Jepson would not let it happen.
He was fantastic, a streak shooter for this Illinois State team. Got more minutes with the loss of Therese Bryson, but he just absolutely took over this game for Illinois State. Hit the jumpers from the outside, 6 for 6 from the three-point line. He was all across the stat board. Great energy on his board, and obviously we've already shown you the game winner. Illinois State's got to have him offensively. 24 points last night. And offensively for Creighton, a guy that he does the other things as well. Kyle Korver wasn't very active offensively because Northern Iowa took him out of the game, but he can hit the three. The Missouri Valley Player of the Year, Kyle Korver, energizes this Creighton team.
Creighton has had a great run here. 3 straight years they have made the NCAA tournament. 20-8. They're going to take on the hot shooting Redbirds of Illinois State. Let's go to his Bud Light starting lineup. Greg Alexander is a guy that's logged a lot of minutes. Bojang, very talented in the middle. Jepson is the miracle worker. Rice has stepped up his game in the last part of the season. And the Creighton Bud Light lineup, 4 starters from Iowa. They've got the inside-outside going. House is athletic. McKinney runs the point, 3-headed monster there. Darren, a Northwestern transfer, good this year. Lindemann the Mosquito gets a lot of things done. And Korver, the player of the year in the league. And the Missouri Valley Conference Coach of the Year, Dana Altman. He won the award last year. The first back-to-back winner of the Valley Coach of the Year award since Tubby Smith. When Tubby, now at Kentucky, coached Tulsa. It's only the 4th time it's happened in the history of this league. And this league is 92 years old. And this ought to be a good one. Illinois State, Chris Piper, lost to Creighton twice, but that seems like years ago. It was both in early January. Let's go to our Chrysler Keys to the Game, a presentation of your Chrysler Jeep dealers.
Illinois State, they have to beat that full court pressure. Creighton going to throw a lot of different looks at you. Randy Rice, very important at the point guard spot, able to get through that. And once you get through it, attack the basket. Make Creighton pay for showing full court. Also attack the basket in the set defenses. For Creighton, got to get some inside touches for Brody. Darren really stepped up his game yesterday, as well as Tabbert and Grimes inside for Creighton. And then the full 44 Creighton. Obviously, if you're a Drake fan, you know Illinois State has the ability to come back. The outside shooting of Sean Jepson keyed that run, and Creighton's going to have to finish it off.
Dana Altman's team swept Illinois State during the regular season, but it happened in early January. That seems like about 5 years ago. And that's the point where Tom Richardson got in the face of his seniors, Chris, and said, what's it going to be?
Well, this team, a lot of the seniors trying to figure out who's going to step up for Therese Bryson, feeling sorry for themselves, feeling like the season was over. Tom Richardson, hey, we got a lot of work to do here, guys, and you can make this your own team.
In fact, if you're watching and don't know the Illinois State story, the nation's leading returning scorer in Division I, Tyrese Bryson, injured early in the season and not been a part of the Redbird year at all. And underneath, Lindemann picks up the air ball miss of Darren.
Michael Lindemann all over the floor. Does a lot of little things for this Creighton team. Always in there. He's got a nose for the ball. It seems to just bounce his way.
Illinois State has been tough. 11-2 since they lost at Creighton on January the 16th. As Rice has elevated his game. Korver with the rebound. Tom Richardson went room to room on the trip in Omaha. Sat down with every one of his guys and got in their face. And since then, Illinois State has turned its season around.
Illinois State, a lot of seniors on this squad. They know what they need to do to be able to stay in the game.
Korver was face guarded yesterday by Northern Iowa. McKinney missing the spinner. Breakout for Jepson. Sweet jump stop.
Sean Jepson got a great jump stop, great body control, just always in control when he's coming down the floor. Likes to take it to the left side of the basket. Shoots a little half jumper off the glass.
Creighton's House trying to create. Darren saves the possession along with House for Creighton.
Greg Alexander didn't leave Kyle Korver very far at all. He's letting the other guys do the rebound and inside. He's sticking with Korver as much as possible.
Korver drains the three. The player of the year in the Valley and the all-time three-point shooter in the history of this tournament.
Well, we just saw a smart player of the game before in Kent Williams. Kyle Korver in the same mold. He knows how to get open.
5-2 Creighton. 17:40 left to go first half. Strandmark with the miss. Off Korver, Illinois State will keep it.
Going to be a good battle inside. Shedrick Ford not getting a start here for Illinois State. Strandmark, a nice little spin move to the glass, and Kyle Korver doing all the other things as well. Gets 5 boards a game at 6'7", his size inside this Creighton team needs.
Jepson quick off the inbounds play, missing the shot as it spins around the cylinder. Just underway here, second semifinal game. Southern Illinois with 2 huge margin victories in the finals tomorrow night. Darren, little on big as Jepson's on him. McKinney doesn't shoot the three that often. That's only his 18th make from bonus distance this year. Illinois State calls a quick 30. 8-2 Creighton, and we're not even 3 minutes deep.
Well, Tom Richardson knows that Tyler McKinney doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but when you leave him about 10 feet wide open, he's going to hit the shot on you. The quick 30-second timeout afterwards. Good ball movement by Creighton, swinging the ball around the perimeter. See the inside, you got Jepson guarding Brody Darren. Nobody picks up his man, Tyler McKinney.
In the first game, we saw Southern Illinois do a fabulous job of passing to a basket. Creighton, that is their story every game. They lead the league in assists by and #1 in the assist to turnover ratio.
Well, look what Dana Altman has done here. 6 Missouri Valley tournament titles. Creighton is a team that is used to winning now, and they like it.
It's a great point. The mood in Omaha is so much different than it was. They'd have good teams every once in a while. They've been to the NCAA 3 years in a row. Bojang, nice post up over the top of Korver.
Bojang able to step out a little ways from the basket. His numbers down shooting percentage wise after he sprained that wrist. You see the tape on it on his right wrist. Hasn't been as effective shooting the ball, but still active on the glass.
Rice back in a hurry. 8-4 Creighton. 16:26 left to go in the first half. We will keep you apprised of the score and time. Our Fox box right now under a little bit of repair at the top of the screen. Not there usually there, but we'll let you know what's going on. Bojang against a triple team. Jepson is looking to fire that rock.
He's feeling it. He likes this arena. 6 for 6 last night. Actually, he should be 5 for 5 from 3 and 1 for 1 from about 5-point range. That last shot he hit.
8-6 Creighton with the lead. 15:53 left to go in the half. And with that, we will take a break. The Blue Jays up by 2, but both teams off to a good start. equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Both teams struggling from the field in the early going. Creighton 3 for 8. Illinois State 3 for 7. Sean Jepson with 4 of Illinois State's first 6 points.
Creighton will keep the scorers table busy. They do a lot of subbing. Dabbert in now. Taylor in. Bowden in. So 3 subs in the game. Offensive foul. Taking a charge with Shedrick Ford for the Redbirds. The call goes against Dabbert of Creighton.
Solid hit by Joe Dabbert on Shedrick Ford. He's holding his left wrist coming down the floor. Illinois State really needs Shedrick Ford inside. Good physical player. He's played better as of late for Illinois State. Kind of playing within the framework of this Redbird team for Tom Richardson, and they're going to need him inside.
Jepson McKinney on him. Gets help from Korver. 9 to shoot for the Redbirds. Ford squared up nicely. Bojang is a candidate to get a double-double when he gets off the bus. He's a load pipe.
Big inside, 6'9", lanky, long arms. Able to get the shot to go against the double team of Creighton. Bojang hurt his wrist earlier in the season at Southwest Missouri State. Ever since then, he's shot 39% from the floor, just not 100% there. Tweaked it again last night against Drake. Full court pressure, 1-2-2, trapping in the corners by Illinois State.
McKinney breaking the press. Bowden was hot in the first round win over Northern Iowa, but not there. 9-8 Redbirds. Played 5.5 minutes. Bojang against Grimes. Deep catch, Bojang. Book it. 7 points. Babukar, Bojang.
Deep catch is the word, Mitch. Getting the ball 5 feet away from the basket. Bojang's going to score every time. Got to push him out, front him down, unload.
Taylor, the 6th man of the year in this league. Can score in bunches. Answers for Creighton. Creighton shows you a lot of different looks. Half-court zone look here.
You get it to half court against Creighton, they're going to pull that defense off. That's the key. Just get it over to the half court. They're going to go back, try and pick up man if possible.
We're going to look for Jepson and this. Bojang able to catch in the void in the bubble of the zone. Alexander can hit 3. Ford's fouling. Nope, out of bounds. Or let's see how they're going to call it on Ford.
Illinois State finding some cracks in that interior defense of Creighton, getting on the offensive glass. Can't give Bojang that jumper very often. He's going to make it. Shedrick Ford inside. Tough matchup problem for Creighton.
Illinois State by a digit. 13:33 left to go in the half. Southern Illinois awaits the winner. Creighton won this tournament back-to-back in '99 and 2000. Last year they were the regular season champions in the league. Eight to shoot. Taylor just launches and hits it with Ford in his face and single digits on the clock.
Big points for Taylor coming off the bench. Athletic, really gives Creighton a potent weapon to bring off the bench. Give him some points. Everybody's so worried about Kyle Korver. You got to be happy with Terrell Taylor. You get more open looks with Korver on the floor.
Ford bumped on the baseline. This will go against Korver.
Shedrick Ford catching it on the wing on Kyle Korver. Late to the baseline and weak side help. Taylor hitting a big shot here. Shot clock running down. Terrell Taylor
Good points off the bench for Creighton. Creighton is a team, 11 players averaging 11+ minutes a game. They will get bench scoring.
3-2 look here. Creighton will play a matchup in a different varieties of his own defense. Foul on Strandmark, trying to chase the miss by Jepson.
Do we have the dummies guide for defenses with us? Because I think every defense that's in there, Creighton and Dana Altman run.
He'll play man, he'll play zone, he'll play diamond. They'll even throw a little junk at you. They'll play a couple possessions where they're like diamond and one or triangle and two, and then call it off and do something else. Tom Richardson will do the same, though. He did a little bit last night against Drake.
Well, triangle and two, trying to keep Luke McDonald and Andre Sola from getting the ball on the perimeter.
Anthony Bowden, one of the smallest players on the floor, gets an offensive stick back.
Anthony Bowden, big game here last night against Northern Iowa, 14 points. And his offensive game is starting to come on more and more for Creighton.
Vince Green now in to run the point for Illinois State. Uses a screen from Strandmark. Green. Fouled by Darren, so the quickness of Green will get a foul on the pivot for Creighton.
Vince Green, extremely fast with the ball, got a great crossover move, can take it right inside. Great ball fake, freezes Brody Darren up in the air and gets the foul. Brody Darren, when you're 6'8", you can't go up for the ball fake from a guy that's 5'9". You got to wait for the release and then go get it.
Bojang back in for Illinois State. Vince Green at the line at a Brother Rice High School in Chicago, the same high school that produced Rico Hill, one of the great players in Illinois State history. Tom Richardson is a Chicago native, coached high school ball there. I think he coached Sean Pearson.
Yes, he did.
At LaGrange. Foul now on Green.
He's out of LaGrange, Illinois. I can't remember the name of the school. But how about Vince Green, though? Good recruiting there. Coach Richardson's brother, Pat Richardson, coaches at Brother Rice in Chicago. Found out about Vince Green real quick, I'm sure.
Tom's a guy that's waited his turn. High school coach, longtime assistant for Kevin Stallings, who's now at Vanderbilt. Kevin had a nice win over Kentucky earlier this week. There's Tom, native of Chicago. Anytime you get those ties to the Chicagoland area, real asset in recruiting. Bowden hits 1 of 2 at the line. Creighton leads 16-12, 11:31 left to go first half.
0.08 GPA in technology and averages 11 points and 4 rebounds a game. Academics are important in the Missouri Valley Conference. Let's salute Keelan Block, tonight's Prairie Farms Missouri Valley Conference Scholar Athlete of the game.
And John, I will not hide it. That's one of my favorite players ever to play in this league. His 3 teeth knocked out, comes out of the locker room, beats Oklahoma in the NCAA tournament. Will never be forgotten. One of the toughest players ever to play in this conference. Tough year at Indiana State, but a great student athlete. Here Illinois State trailing by 4 and a push. It's going to be on Reed of Illinois State.
Well, earlier talking about Tom Richardson, said LaGrange, Illinois is actually Nazareth Academy in LaGrange. He coached Sean Pearson there that went to Kansas. That was became his tie with Kevin Stallings, and then Stallings got Illinois State. Brought Tom Richardson in as an assistant. And here he is.
Corner. He'll hit the deepest threes in the league.
Casey Reed just turned his head for a second to look around and see if a pick was coming. That's all Kyle Korver needed.
Again, he has the best three-point shooting percentage in the history of this tournament. Foul is on Bowden on the press.
Watch Casey Reed guarding Kyle Korver out here on the perimeter. Kyle Korver just waits for a second. Reed turns, looks to help out. That's all Kyle Korver needed. He shot from 3. Korver getting some looks. Didn't have any looks yesterday against Northern Iowa.
It's almost like you can't gap him at all.
No, you got to stay right up on him. You got to be feeling his jersey the whole time.
1912 Blue Jays. Bojang has it blocked by Darren. Third in the league in blocked shots. Brody Darren, the Northwestern transfer. 12 to shoot. Illinois State can't lose track of the shot clock here. Great job by Brody Darren.
Boy, strong. He's keeping Bojang away from the basket.
Korver this time posting up on Alexander. Greg Alexander, arguably the best defender Illinois State has, was fighting his tail off underneath. Still wasn't good enough.
Young freshman Alexander going to the school a little bit. Kyle Korver posting him up underneath. Just keeps him on his back. Korver extremely good at keeping you behind him, sealing off, allowing the pass to come inside. Alexander had a tough matchup last night against Luke McDonald in that game. Didn't get any easier now. He's got Kyle Korver.
Korver 7 points already in this game. He has hit 23 of his last 26 foul shots. 9-point lead for Creighton, just under 10 left in the half. Southern Illinois awaits the winner of this game in the tomorrow night's finals. Creighton in a matchup here.
Creighton having trouble matching up, actually. Carroll and Brody Darren getting hung up. Now they get to where they wanted to. Ford. Oh, great ball fake.
Ford just stayed with it underneath.
How tough is Shedrick Ford? Give him credit for not complaining about not getting the foul call on that first contact. Stayed with the play, able to get up between 3 Creighton defenders and finish.
Korver trying to do it on the dribble. Alexander has picked up his 3rd foul and puts Creighton into the bonus.
Watch the determination by Shedrick Ford inside. The ball fake draws 3 Creighton defenders over. He still sticks with it. Ends up getting loose ball. A little help from the weak side. Knocking the ball back to Shedrick Ford, but he is so strong inside. 6'5", and he plays like he's 6'8", clearing space, bodies flying out of the way.
Look at Shedrick Ford, played 2 years at Neosho Community College in Chinook, Kansas. Korver gets a 1-and-1 here.
Old college roommate, or not roommate, but teammate coached Shedrick Ford at Neosho. Jeff Gio played at Kansas his freshman year, left his sophomore year. Went on to Pittsburgh State, but coached Shedrick over there in Neosho.
Korver has only missed 1 free throw in his Arch Madness history. His 3rd year in this tournament, and he's been to the line 13 times and hit 12. There's your steal. The sneaky little steal in their press. A Korver from NBA range. That one was a little too far for him.
I'm not sure he knew where he was when he caught the ball.
From the Arch, it's from the Arch Madness logo.
I think he's feeling it.
We're going to wave this off. See if this is a foul on Illinois State. It's on Reed.
Kyle Korver likes to use the high pick by Brody Darren. Brody Darren setting it with Casey Reed, and then Casey Reed just pulling Brody Darren back, trying to make sure that somebody's got a hand up in Kyle Korver's face, but actually it still works. Korver gets the shot off. Bojang just a little bit late. High pick and roll, so tough to guard for college players.
Darren to the line. 17 points, 8 rebounds, and an opening round win over Northern Iowa. And barely draws iron. Darren is strong, and he's got hops. He gets up a little higher than people might think.
Well, 17 points, 8 boards last night against UNI, and he is strong inside, and you're right, he can clear out and go up and catch it.
This is a foul on Creighton now. On Lindemann. Illinois State not yet in the bonus. Creighton already there. 8:22 left in the half. 9-point Creighton lead. Illinois State trying to get some spacing here for Rice.
Attack the basket if you're Illinois State. Randy Rice fast with the ball. Gets right through that defense. Illinois State really started be much more efficient offensively last night when they were putting the ball on the floor, taking it at the basket.
Redburn's zoning now with Korver out of the lineup. House has not been a three-point threat. He'll try it. Well, so much for that. He's only hit 2 all year, Pipe. He's 2 of 16 from 3. Prior to that one.
Tournament time means guys stepping up, making plays, and Creighton, that has been their MO all season long.
Biggest lead for Creighton at 10. Bojang makes it hard on Grimes underneath. Nice shot fake, foul on Darren.
Bojang again getting good position inside. Mitch really clearing out some space. 2 ball fakes, gets 2 defenders out of his way. Bojang, I think he feels like he's going 1-on-3 a lot of times inside. Creighton physical, collapsing inside. Brody Darren going to go sit down now with a little carnage.
Bojang top 4 in the league. Well, he's got the cut over his eye. Bojang 4th in the league in rebounding.
I got a feeling whatever Brody Darren gets, he's dishing out just a little bit as well.
It's like, Guido, go take care of business. Did you take care of that thing? 7:19 left to go in the half. 10-point lead for Creighton.
Bob attempt they've had. Creighton, though, extremely efficient at the three-point line.
Jepson 6 of 6 last night on threes. Oh. And there's Korver, another deep triple.
Creighton now 6 for 9 from the three-point line. Only 3 buckets inside it. Kyle Korver obviously feeling pretty good today. 4 for 4.
Well, that's a way to break the press. About a 70-foot dribble and then the old scoop shot, a little ice cream scoop for a basket. Great job by Randy Rice. This is Green with the steal. It's going to be a foul on Creighton. It'll be 1-1 for Illinois State. Watch his press break and Randy Rice.
Randy Rice on the most improved team. You just get the ball, go right at the defense, see if somebody's going to step up and stop you, and nobody does. A little matador defense and slide on by to the glass. This Illinois State team right now, extremely quick team on the floor with Randy Rice and Vince Green on the floor at the same time. They generally relieve each other on the floor. Both play the point guard spot, but right now Tom Richardson electing to go with speed. See how they match up defensively. Right. Time to throw a little junk at Kyle Korver.
2 free throws down for Rice. Illinois State is an outstanding free throw shooting team. In fact, they have a chance to be the free throwing national champion. They are 5th best in the nation in shooting free throws.
Triangle and 2 now by Illinois State, trying to take out House, or actually Taylor and Korver.
And McKinney fires in a 3. He's the open man in the triangle.
Triangle defense is so tough because you invert against it, and your guy at the top of the triangle is going to have to guard 2 players. Tyler McKinney hits the 3. What you do in a triangle of 2 is you're saying, okay, if somebody else can beat us, they're going to beat us.
Jepson misses the reverse layup, but a deflection gives it back to Bojang. Bojang would have sped up on the layup. Last night, Drake would attack the triangle. They had 2 threes, one by David Newman, the other one by Lonnie Randolph.
Yeah, tough defense, and you know the thing about that defense as well as rebounding out of it makes it extremely tough. And right now, Creighton is just absolutely on fire from the 3. 8 for 11.
Tyler McKinney, 17 makes for the year from 3-point range. 3 in the first half.
Now look how wide open he is as well. That's standing out there just taking pot shots. You got to get out and defend. Bowden to swing, and again you're playing the triangle. Tyler McKinney and D'Anthony Bowden just inverting against it, spreading out on the floor. and it's too far to come to provide any kind of pressure on the shot on the outside.
The Blue Jays lead the league in field goal shooting at 46%. Pipe in this half, they have 8 threes and 3 twos.
Yeah, 8 for 11, 0 for 1 for Illinois State. You said inside touches for Creighton right now. That ball's not even getting over the three-point line. It's a 70-foot game.
5:22 left to go in the first half. Creighton is impressive so far in the first half as Southern Illinois was in the first game in whipping Southwest Missouri State. Rice trying to draw the foul. Instead, he's fouling over the back of Bowden. You know, you just get the feeling Illinois State has not played that badly. It's just they're frustrated thinking Creighton's hitting all those shots. It's just made it getting kind of crabby here, but they're not playing that badly.
8 out of 11 from the three-point line. There's nothing you can do with that. But the difference, though, is wide open threes. You can't give that to Creighton. Creighton's got some shooters. We got to get out on them. Creighton's not going to shoot that great of a percentage the entire game. You got to know that, but you got to establish that you're going to get a hand in the face. And then offensively, Illinois State doing a lot of standing right now, not getting Sean Jepson involved.
Bowden. His keep-on toss is the 37th Creighton point of the first half, and we still have 5:06 to go.
1-2-2 now by Creighton, picking up three-quarter court. Get this trap and then go back at it. Actually, get the trap and the turnover.
Vince Green steps out of bounds. His heels on the line right in front of us.
Well, that was a concern for Illinois State, was beating the pressure. Watching Illinois State last night, I felt like their guards were susceptible to pressure. Have a tendency, fast guards, but have a tendency to get a little out of control, Mitch. Beating pressure sometimes doesn't mean being the fastest with the dribble, but making the best decisions as you come up the floor.
McKinney penetrates, an easy one for Terrell Taylor.
How about Tyler McKinney, the job he's doing, hitting shots, but also creating open shots for his teammates. Tyler McKinney just gaining confidence as the season has gone on.
Illinois State here has to be careful not to panic, just to stay with their game. Strand mark had it slipped by Bowden. Korver wants it trailing.
Boy, so smart. You know, he's got the best vantage point to know where that ball is going to bounce off if he misses it. And instead of going back or not trying to get there, he starts moving immediately after he shoots it if he doesn't think it's going. Foul Korver with the offensive rebound.
Korver with the leaner, 15 first half points. He comes from a basketball family. His mom once had 71 points in a game. 15 for Korver. Creighton is shooting 60% from the field.
Nice job for Creighton, regrouping Sean Jepson, a couple ball fakes. They still find guys to run at him.
Rice, a silencer for Illinois State. The answer not there from Bowden.
Starting to cool off a little bit for Creighton right now. Important that they don't get too carried away shooting those threes early.
Jepson able to pick up his 5th and 6th points. And a timeout called by Dana Altman. 3:09 left to go in the half. 41-26. 57% now is what Creighton is shooting from the field. Under Dana Altman, look at this. When they shoot 50%, they're almost unbeatable.
54-2. That tells you about Creighton, what they're doing defensively, because when you're shooting over 50%, you're creating opportunities to get shots, but you're also putting yourself in a position to win because you know that you can rely on your defense. Dana Altman has got them going offensively. Tom Richardson right now is going to be talking to his team about ball movement on the offensive end. Also letting them know that those threes aren't going to continue to fall for Creighton at this rate the entire game. And if they do, you know what? Time to go home. That's just all that's going to happen. but you got to get a hand in the face.
Yeah, but don't panic. Just keep playing ball here. Again, when Creighton shoots over 50%, they're 54-2 under Dana Altman. 3 minutes left to go in the half. Taylor had a man in his face that time. Actually, it's Bojang out there on him, huh? Illinois State has it back. A chance to slice into this lead.
Jepson just running the entire length of the floor back and forth looking for an open shot, and there it is.
Well, Kurt Kanaski watching the game is just nodding his head. He saw it way too often last night. 6 of 6 on threes was Jepson.
He's streaky. He gets hot. Look out. Illinois State's got to recognize it, get him the ball.
Lindemann. McKinney. Taylor. Korver dead on.
A great offense by Creighton. Terrell Taylor with the penetration going inside, had the defense off kilter with the ball moving around, and does a great job of knowing that Kyle Korver's spotted up for the three.
Korver with 18 first half points. Jepson, McKinney on him. Jepson thought he was fouled. Instead, Creighton has it with a minute and a half left, up 15. Jepson bumping Lindemann. It'll be 2 shots for Lindemann, double bonus. Kyle Korver last night face guarded, not allowed to catch. Okay, I'll rebound, I'll pass. How far came to a win? 18 in the first half of this one.
Well, Illinois State's philosophy is to play Kyle Korver straight up. Try not to let the other guys beat you. But right now, Kyle Korver, 18 points. A lot of those early points for Kyle Korver coming off Illinois State not playing very good defense, but the last few buckets for him have come from his teammates' penetration and finding them.
Creighton is shooting it. They are 9 of 11 at the line, shooting 56% from the field. All time now for the great equalizer, brought to you by Equal Sweetener. First of all, individual threes. Tom Richardson has seen too many go down through the net. Look at this.
Creighton 9 for 15, and Illinois State shooting a good percentage but not getting many looks. How about Tyler McKinney and Kyle Korver, though? These two guys have hit everything they've looked at for the most part for Dana Altman and Creighton. Kyle Korver 4 for 6, Tyler McKinney 3 for 3.
Creighton back to a man-to-man. Caro trying to stay in the presence of Jepson. Grimes knocks it away, poked it out of there.
Kyle Korver doing a pretty good job defending inside against Bojang. Bojang having to match up with Korver as well.
You know, Korver being that big and doing what he does, there'll be some NBA people think about him as an off guard, because he's not a bad defender. I don't know if he can guard on the floor as a dribbler, but the way he plays the game, you know how big the NBA players are now at the off guard position. He will try to get after you guarding wise.
Nice job by Carroll coming from the weak side. Saw that pass in there. Illinois State right now really doing a lot of aiming into the post, and the worst thing that a postman wants to see you do is aim, because that just allows the defense to collapse on you. 3 Creighton players around Bojang inside.
How about Taylor getting deep-handed? Trying to give Taylor a wedgie. He goes to the line. He's going to get a couple free throws here. Watch this. He almost loses his pants, Pipe.
Well, lucky for him, he keeps his pants pulled up. Some guys that have it down anyway would be in trouble. The low rider would have been really low that time. The ankle rider.
Taylor with the free throw. 47-29, 18-point lead for Creighton. Illinois State would like to get the last shot if Creighton allows it. Rice will get free throws with 7.2 on the clock.
You got to have help guarding Randy Rice. He is just so fast that it's almost impossible to stay in front of him. You got to have somebody inside hedging a little bit, trying to make him pick up that dribble. Randy Rice, 4 assists, second in the Missouri Valley. Had 7 assists last night against Drake. 0 for 4 from the floor in that game. Wasn't very active offensively, but when you got Sean Jepson hitting everything he looks at, didn't need him. Randy Rice is a guy, though, that's got to help Illinois State get back in this one.
You know, Illinois State's rally pipe coincided with Rice being a little more offensive oriented out of the point. He was looking to score more when they went on their run in late January, early February. Horn sounds, but what a half for Creighton. The Blue Jays put 47 points up on in a half, making 9 triples and lead Illinois State at halftime 47-31. But keep in mind, 6 times Illinois State has rallied from a halftime deficit. It's Creighton with the lead at halftime. Southern Illinois awaits the winner.
Lead over the Illinois State Redbirds. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Sean Jepson had the big game against Drake yesterday in that comeback victory. He's able to get a couple of buckets early. At 24 yesterday, they're going to need Jepson to have another similar performance to come back in this one. He is capable of heating up at any time. Boubacar Bojang hit this shot in the lane to actually give Illinois State a 3-point lead early on. But the problem was Kyle Korver had it stuck on automatic. He's 6'7". He can shoot the 3 anytime he wants, but he can also put it on the floor. You have to respect that, but the minute you do, he goes right back behind the stripe and starts filling it up with regular again. 4 of 6 on threes for Korver in the first half. Tyler McKinney with 3 of 3, and Creighton hit 9 threes in the first half. Let's go down to the floor. Mitch Holtis and Chris Piper.
All right, John, you've covered the state of Iowa a long time. You know, from kid from Pella, Iowa's really a good basketball player and is on the verge of a couple Valley records here. Arch Madness records, 47-31. Illinois State, though, now, and Creighton has shown the inability at times to protect a lead like this.
Well, Illinois State's got to keep that in mind, and Creighton cannot continue to hit that kind of percentage from the 3-point line. Illinois State will come back last night, looking for one here this afternoon.
This is the 14th consecutive game, remarkably, that Creighton has had a double-digit lead. Tom Richardson trying to keep his team on course here.
Well, when you say that 14 straight in a double-digit lead, then you look at the other stat, which is 6 of their last 9 have been decided in the last 30 seconds. That tells you that Creighton can give up that lead.
Blocked from behind. I think it might have been Korver. Lindemann picks it up.
Oh, nice pass. Good pick on the weak side by Brody Darren.
Good defense. Close out by Jepson. Prevent the basket by Lindemann.
Greg Alexander, 0 points in the first half. He had 13 here yesterday, but a nice entry pass to Bojang.
Shedrick Ford with the basket. 14-point lead, Creighton. Southern Illinois awaits the winner. Alexander, good hustle. Darren thought it was going out of bounds. Offensive foul. Korver takes the charge.
Kyle Korver again. He's just so tough. Gets in there. The nice pass over to Shedrick Ford, and great reaction by Korver. Quick reaction to establish his position and draw the charge.
Ford all over Korver, who had 18 in the first half. House, inside dribble, draws the foul on Jepson.
Didn't hear a whole lot of Larry House in the first half. 3 points, but didn't really need to hear anything from him. Kyle Korver and Tyler McKinney bombs away. Tyler McKinney, 9 points in the first half. He averages 4. There's always something about tournaments. You always have somebody making the big plays that you just do not expect to see it from.
House with the tip out to McKinney. And that leaves House wide open from Corver.
Great ball movement, the save by McKinney to Corver, and immediately the quick pass underneath.
Creighton #1 in the Valley in steals.
I'll tell you what, #1 here this evening, passing the ball as well. Lindemann again, the quick little touch pass over to Larry House for the finish.
Bojang. Ball kind of slipped off his hand. Isn't that the injured hand?
That right wrist is not 100% for him. He's missed some shots here that he normally wouldn't. Oh, my.
Jepson just lets McKinney go right to the basket. It was a layup drill for Tyler McKinney. Jepson thought he was going to get help from Bojang. Ford with a vengeance.
Well, Brody Darren playing so much better right now for Creighton, coming over from the weak side for the block shot. The knuckleball by McKinney.
Had it early. Now there's a trip underneath. House got tied up. His legs got tangled with Ford, who was already on the floor.
Well, Illinois State better find a remedy real quickly here right now, because they are in danger of getting absolutely buried. Larry House on the weak side. Tyler McKinney again wide open on that jumper.
Inbounds play, Darren, easy. Little screen, the screener got Darren the basket. And a steal. Taylor for three. Look out. Look out. The Blue Jays from Omaha are flying high. And this looks like the first game we had today, because Illinois State's getting Creighton's best shot. And when they give you the best shot, it's a kill shot.
Creighton has been phenomenal defensively, but when they get to turn over offensively, doing a nice job of passing, keeping the ball off the floor. And a quick, crisp pass, just find the defense totally off balance. Ball doesn't touch the floor, you just keep moving it. And Illinois State right now just shell-shocked, standing around watching a good performance by Creighton.
Touch foul up top. It's Bowden grabbing his second. And a break. 15:56 left in the game. Creighton 58-33 over Illinois State. Jays 58-33 lead over Illinois State. College hoops fans, you can win tickets to this year's NCAA basketball tournament. Register today at participating St. Louis area Taco Bell restaurants. A chance to win 2 tickets to the first and second rounds March 14 and 16 in St. Louis. See stores for details. Good tickets are still available for the first and second rounds, charged by phone by calling 314-421-4400. Check it out on the web at Ticketmaster.com. It'll be 1 week from about right now when they'll be announcing the pairings to March Madness. This is Arch Madness. It has been maddening for Illinois State to see Creighton play this well.
Now Creighton outscored Illinois State here in the second half, 11-4. And not the start that Tom Richardson was hoping for. Look at what Creighton has done from the three-point line, 10 for 18. We're not seeing the same looks last night against Northern Iowa.
Dabbert back in for Creighton. Everybody's getting something done for the Blue Jays, including Terrell Taylor. He's got 13 points.
Tough shot over the top. Casey Reed right in his face that time, and Taylor had to elevate and go over the top. You're right about one thing, Mitch. Dana Altman trying to throw the knockout punch right now and leave no doubt that this game is firmly in their control.
Chad Mezanowski now in for the Redbirds. Alexander has yet to score. And the breakout for Taylor. He's going to get +1 here. Green was trying to get back. Taylor with the old Y ball noon. Hey, I'm out of here. Find me deep.
Yeah, immediately when this shot goes, Taylor's not even thinking about the board. Watch him. There's a little slap, doesn't get it. He's already at half court right now. You can't see him. There he is. And the finish. Taylor doing a little sneak out.
16 for Taylor, career high 28 for Drake. If Illinois State would have got the rebound, though, he would have caught the wrath of the Bohemian from Omaha for sneaking down the floor too early. This way it worked out for him. 63-35. Ford shoots a changeup, and then Mazanowski hustles in. Bowden a little lazy trying to get to the ball.
That's twice now that's happened to Creighton. On the other end of the floor, Brody Darren let the ball go out of bounds. Illinois State hustled to it, and that time Bowden letting it go as well. If you can get it, grab it. Get possession.
What's the camera guy here? Whoop, bong, bing. That's a charge. The camera guy takes the charge. That's offensive.
Way to stand there and take the hit.
Yeah, you take that charge. That's good. But Mazanowski with hustle down 28 points, playing like it's even. Green, nice crossover. Gabbert. Offensive foul called for the hook. Hook Bojang with the elbow. "14 minutes left in the game. Tom Richardson had the miracle win last night, rallying to beat Drake on the miracle 3 by Jepson. Today's been hit by a big blue train. Jepson double dribble. Didn't know if he wanted to pass it, crossover, shoot it. He saw Bojang open, double dribbles.
Tell you what he wanted to do. He wanted to get a shot up. He's itching to pull the trigger. Jepson 4 of 8 in the first half, 9 points, but has had no attempts here in the second.
Pass wide for Korver. His athleticism saves it. Taylor spots up another triple.
Oh, a great two-man game there between Taylor and Korver.
11 threes. And they are nearing an Arch Madness record. Blocked by Darren. Iscaro got the strip but stepped out of bounds.
This Creighton team's got it all going together right now. Hitting the shots on the offense and getting in on the defense. Nice help. Caro coming from the weak side, steps out of bounds.
There's a foul on Taylor trying to gamble. You just get the sense that Creighton watched that first game and going, man, is Southern Illinois playing well. Southern Illinois sitting there watching this game going, man, is Creighton playing well. .13:01 left to go in the game. Southern Illinois is waiting. It appears to be Creighton in tomorrow night's final. Creighton won it back-to-back. Arch Madness in '99 and 2000. Southern Illinois won it 3 years in a row, '93 to '95. Bojang. I think it's a technical foul on Tom Richardson. Paul Jansen has called a technical foul on Tom Richardson. It's not been a good day for Tom. And he just got teed up. How quickly things in college basketball can change. Saw him last night smiling ear to ear after that Jepson 3, and not so good now.
On top of the world after that shot went through. A miracle shot. Great D by Drake, but boy, it changed quickly here lived by the 3 last night and won, and getting killed by the 3 here tonight.
Tom is hot. Technical fouls. Foul shots, I should say, knocked down by Korver. He's got 20 points. 68-35 Creighton. 12:40 left to go in the game. House, good up and under, and elevates.
That's his comfort zone, right inside, 7-8 feet, able to come to the jump stop, elevate over the top. Keep a little jumper.
Mazanowski able to power it in over Darren. First basket for Chad Mazanowski. Bowden Hook trying to get to the other end, fouled by Jepson. Non-shooting foul. Creighton will put it in play, up 70-37. It's going to be on Ford. Illinois State foul. 4 on Ford.
Got Mike Grimes winding up inside there. Shedrick Ford for the push and the shove. Mike Grimes on the all-bench team for the Missouri Valley. Had 12 points, 9 boards last night against Northern Iowa. Only missed 1 shot. He's going to have a big game tomorrow against that inside game of Southern Illinois.
Mike Grimes of St. Louis, and with a career high yesterday, Creighton is getting it done in every way, shape, and form.
3-2 run. They lead at 72-37. Be sure to join us for the 2002 State Farm Missouri Valley Women's Basketball Tournament, March 7th through 9th in Springfield, Missouri. Hoops in the Heartland from the Hammond Student Center, the 2002 State Farm Missouri Valley Women's Basketball Tournament. Don't miss a minute. And Mitch, since you won't have Chris with you, maybe you'll get a close game in that one.
Yeah, we have a way to go there, John. Yeah, we've had... we didn't have the Drake Illinois State game. You know what's interesting about that? Because we came into Arch Madness thinking 6 teams could win it. And these two, Southern Illinois and Creighton shows up and goes bang, bang. The 1 and 2 seeds are going to the finals.
Yeah, that's no question. They said this is our tournament. Let you guys to go on home. Taking care of business. You know, I think that's the thing that both Southern Illinois and Creighton have done, is they've just come out and taken care of business. They've left no questions unanswered on the floor.
I'm just surprised how dominant they've been. And they have been dominant, Southern and Creighton, in the games they've played.
Yeah, I'd say 58% from the three-point line for Creighton's fairly dominant. 11 for 19.
And I don't want to belittle Illinois State here, because I just don't get the feeling they're playing that bad. It's like throwing batting practice, though, to the Giambi brothers. I mean, you're going to throw it, and it's coming right back at your face. It's just Creighton's playing so well, and Tom Richardson's feeling the frustration. Bojang, lots of hustle. Creighton keeps it. Another cameraman goes down. It's in one of ours, though. It's just a photo.
Brody Darren and Bojang mixing it up a little bit. Brody Darren with a little forearm shiver. And another 3 by Creighton.
That is 12 3-point makes for Creighton. They are 1 off, tying the Arch Madness record of 13 by Southern Illinois in 1998. It's going to be a push. It's on Ford, and he's gone. He gets disqualified at 10:49 left to go in the game. Shedrick Ford will foul out, a senior from Macon, Georgia, transferred in from Neosho Community College. He was a huge part of this rally by Illinois State, and hopefully the Redbirds can get an NIT bid, Pike. They'll be 17 and 14, but winning 11 in the last 14 games. They have good experience and history in the NIT, a good building, and hopefully a chance to play in postseason for Shedrick Ford. Had a big win over Wisconsin a couple years ago at Wisconsin in the NIT. Jepson bothered just enough by his Carroll. Alert play by Alexander.
Creighton just recovers every time, and Greg Alexander on the board now. Good patience by Illinois State, but every time that they thought they had Creighton beat, somebody from Creighton was able to fill in the gap until that three by Alexander.
Alexander, the all-time freshman record for three-point makes in Illinois State history. Bojang called for the block. He took a tough screen from Caro just to get in the neighborhood to get over near Grimes. Babacar Bojang called for the foul. McKinney back in. 76-42 Creighton. 9:54 left to go in the game. Well, we've seen some tournaments with upsets. The Horizon League had the biggest upset with Butler, then 1 seed losing to the 8 seed Wisconsin Green Bay, maybe the 9 seed. And that one kind of stopped everybody. Now the question is, does Butler still get in? They're 25-5. And losing to a Wisconsin Green Bay team that had just 9 wins might make it awful tough on that league and that team. But this tournament has had nothing really short of close to an upset, with the exception of Drake almost upsetting Illinois State last night.
Yeah, it's going to end up everybody holding seed. Number 1 Southern Illinois going to play number 2 Creighton, and that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Creighton swept by Southern Illinois during the season, and both times Creighton had double-figure leads that they gave up to Southern Illinois.
We had the game in Carbondale. It was a fabulous game where the Salukis, with a huge rally behind Kent Williams.
Now, Kent Williams, the guy that really didn't have any points hardly throughout that entire game, was taken out of the mix by the Creighton defense, but hit a huge three late there. I remember Terrell Taylor was guarding him, and Terrell Taylor went over the high side of the pick rather than sticking with Kent Williams, and he buried the three in the corner to win that game for Southern Illinois.
Taylor looked to pass, decided to shoot.
Well, he was left entirely alone. Illinois State trying to match up. Did the Cardinals sin of leaving the shooter, but didn't hurt him.
Alexander, no roll, Bojang. Lou will go to the line here. Foul on Creighton underneath. Everett called for the foul. He's the only guy that's had a bad day for Creighton. 4 fouls, couple offensive fouls. Bojang will get 2 shots. This is a good player. This is a guy, and they're trying to get Tyrese Bryson back. They're thinking they may get Bryson with another year of eligibility. And you put Bryson with this guy, Illinois State will be heard from.
Bojang, great transfer in for them this year. Athletic. Obviously a kind of athlete that you like to see in the Valley, the impact player, able to make plays happen. This Illinois State team, though, today just didn't have the same fire on the defensive end that I've seen him play with here as of late.
Moats, that's Jimmy Moats, a freshman from Northeast High School in Lincoln, Nebraska. He gets a 3, and Creighton has now tied the all-time single-game Arch Madness record with 13 3-point makes.
Well, Jimmy Moats isn't going to get anything other than a 3. That's all he has shot this year. Great shooter from the outside, freshman. And a foul on Creighton. You know, the 3-6 hole
we've talked about it, is a tough place to come from. These guys played late last night. Tough game. Boiled down to the last possession. Miracle 3. And your body just doesn't cool down. I mean, sometimes you don't get to bed till 3 or so in the morning. Then you realize, wait a minute, we got to go again the next day, late in the afternoon.
Well, a lot of emotion as well in that game. The last second 3, literally 1.5 on the clock, I think, or actually 0.7 when it goes through. So you expend a lot of emotion and energy, and I don't want to take anything away from Creighton, though. They've been absolutely fantastic here today. Illinois State not able to match that intensity.
Stabbard give and go. They see the weak side so very well, and then they see the open cutter underneath. Court vision.
Now Lindemann just sneaking in from the backside there. Strandmark never even saw him.
Dana Altman not expected to do this year. Lost all those seniors, those 2 outstanding guards, Walker and Sears, a 4-year tandem. And he's going to have his team in the finals of Arch Madness again. And a chance for 4 straight NCAA appearances. When we return, we'll show you that they're in really elite company. We'll have that after this. Creighton, Omaha, Nebraska. But add basketball to the repertoire. 3 straight NCAA appearances. If they go, it'll be 4 straight. Only 24 teams in Division I have had 3 consecutive. And look at the list.
A couple good teams there, aren't they, Mitch? Kentucky, Kansas, Maryland, Duke, Cincinnati, all major conference schools. And Dana Altman has established this program for Creighton firmly. Especially in a season that people are wondering where it's going to come from. Well, I think the question's been answered.
Supposed to be a rebuilding year. They rebuild to be the co-champions in the regular season. And they're going to go into that game tomorrow night with the feeling of unfinished business, because they knew, and give credit to Drake for upsetting them in Omaha, that they had the title right in their pocket and gave it away. So tomorrow night they go in with a little bit different feeling. Yeah, they're playing for an automatic bid, but there's some other issues.
Well, successful programs, they don't rebuild, they just reload, and that's what Dana Altman's doing. And you're definitely right. This Creighton team kind of limped home there at the end. They've got a little work to do against Southern Illinois.
Valley fans, next time you travel, stay at a Drury Inn Hotel. There's more than 100 Drury Inn hotels in 16 states. Toll free 800-325-0096. Ask for the special Valley rate. Drury Inn, the official hotel of the Valley. And did I mention Creighton doesn't have a senior on the team? That is what's amazing. And more players coming. They've already signed some good ones, including a point guard out of Sioux City, Iowa, who they think could challenge for the starting role next year. Basketball is so much, though, a part of chemistry. And somehow he's been able to get 10, 11 guys to accept their roles and develop chemistry.
Well, 11 players playing averaging 11+ minutes. That's tough to do. You got to get guys that are willing to accept what they're given. You know, so many times now the players, they want to get 30 minutes a game, and you can't get everybody that many minutes. But this Creighton team, he's got these guys buying in to what they're going to do.
You okay there, Pods?
It's the end of the road, baby.
Gotcha. Alexander finally in the scorebook again with a 2. He had a 3 earlier, but a little too much too late. 85-53. 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Dana Altman and the Creighton Blue Jays will be 21-8. Non-conference win, their best one, a win over Western Kentucky, which has lived in the top 20 this year and only 3 losses. They lost to the Hilltoppers in a return game in Bowling Green, Kentucky. A couple of losses that bugged him. He lost at TCU, lost at Brigham Young.
Early games when Kyle Korver was out with that knee injury. Actually, he wasn't out, but he might as well have been. Really hurt that knee in the offseason. They didn't think it was that critical of an injury. But his early shooting, 39% before they took that time off for the knee procedure. Afterwards, he comes back, shoots 51%. So that tells you that knee was bothering Kyle Korver, not able to get the same push off it as he wanted to.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, though, because the word was he was gone for the year.
Yeah.
That's the word you and I were getting in late December. He's out for the year. They're going to miss him. He comes back 9 days later.
9 days later, good as new. Shooting the ball well tells you how tough that kid is. You know, when you watch Kyle Korver, everybody always talks about points today, but the thing you love about Kyle Korver is he does all the other things as well. Passes the ball, accepts his role if a team like Northern Iowa wants to take him out of the mix, not allow him any shots. Does the other things, rebounds, block shots now becoming part of his game as well. And I think it's easy to build a program around a player like that as well, Mitch, when you got your #1 guy, the player of the year. He's willing to do the dirty work. That shames all the other guys into doing it as well.
Only one flaw, Pipe. Only one flaw if we can, as Creighton works it up the floor. Only one flaw in Kyle Korver's game, as he's out of the game right now. Only one flaw in his game, the haircut. We got to work on the haircut. Got to go, babe.
Oh, my man.
He looks like he ought to be on a pop commercial ramming a ram.
He came out with that, though, this year.
He did. Yeah, he brought it that.
He brought it for us.
I know people in Omaha can do some work on that hair.
You're killing him. You know what he says? He says, hey, I'm playing in the championship game. You can take my hair and not like it.
Moose, man. Moose, Jill. 85-56. Yes, it is a laugher. Creighton has made it that way. Southern Illinois had a laugher earlier. Two teams will meet in the finals. The automatic bid on the line. People get myopic every year in trying to get teams into the tournament from the league that they have an affinity with as Grimes turns. Creighton, if you make the bid for them, hot late, obviously, regular season co-champion, and tournament history. It would be 4 in 4 years. They represented very well in the tournament.
And that's big, I think. History into the tournament. You want to have a team that's going to come in and play well. 21 wins for Creighton. Made it to the tournament championship game.
Redbird's still going after. We almost had a collision here. Our camera guy almost got it again.
Getting ready to slide out of that spot.
There he is.
Bojang sliding in.
Here's what he saw. Whoop. 85-59. 4:05 left to go in the game. Creighton looking to scoring 100 points here. House throws it right to Bojang. Should be a dunk.
Yeah, Creighton made sure there weren't going to be any comebacks here tonight. Second half, they came out and just turned it up another notch.
Motis has already hit a 3. Grimes will get 2 free throws.
Larry House telling Jimmy Motes, man, if I'm going to pass it to you, you got to hit that jump. Mike Grimes strong inside. Be a good matchup with Southern Illinois. Well, a couple of the premier players, the player of the year in Kyle Korver and the runner-up to the player of the year, Kent Williams for Southern Illinois. The inside matchup, Jermaine Dearman, Roland Roberts going against Brody Darren. Mike Grimes, Joe Dabbert for Creighton.
Grimes hits the free throw. 6 for him. A whole bunch for the Blue Jays. 86-61. Jays are headed.
5-point lead for Creighton. 13 for 23 from the threes. That is unbelievable, the job that they've done out there. Kyle Korver, a huge first half. 4 for 6. now from the threes, and Tyler McKinney 3 for 4.
Our game reset brought to you by Ralston Purina Checkerboard Square. The only mystery left in this game is if Creighton can score 100 points and set the 3-point record for Arch Madness in a single game. I will say this, Pipe, this is your first Arch Madness. The Valley knows how to put on a tournament.
No question. You feel like you're in an NCAA finals here.
Grimes on the lob. They will host the first and second round. They will host the 2005 Final Four here in this city, with the Valley being the host.
Better stay in good friends with them then to get some tickets, huh?
There you go. That's right. That first and second round is going to be a tough ticket. If they put Kansas in here, there'll be a flood of red and blue.
Have Kansas winning today to clinch an undefeated season in the Big 12. First time in that league's history, and Kansas obviously has wrapped up the #1 seed regardless of what they do in the Big 12 tournament now.
Should be here if they keep people close to their campus sites. Probably could see a Big 10 team. Probably could see a Valley representative. You get all that going on in one shack, it's going to be festive. Valley hosts the first round, 14 and 16, up the street at the Dome. Here's Carroll, brings it out. Creighton is going to play in the finals again.
A nice thing for Creighton as well. They've had 3 of their starters now on the bench for about the last 10 minutes.
You know, both, because you mentioned during the Southern Illinois game, both of the teams will go in tomorrow night. It's an 8:30 tip, so you get a little extra rest. But both of the teams were not challenged late, so you get that little extra 5 to 10 minutes of rest. You've played in tournaments, you know what it's like.
Third day's tough, obviously, if you've had 2 days of tough battles, but if you've had 2 days where you've taken care of business, been able to get some rest like both Southern Illinois and Creighton have done, tomorrow's just another game. Fresh day, ready to roll.
70 seconds left in this game, 88-63, Creighton with the advantage. Dan Bresnahan now in for Creighton as the benches get cleared. Moats wants a basket, gets another one. He had a 3, now he's got 5. And the Blue Jay fans on their feet and roaring. 90-63. Dejection on the Illinois State bench. Some seniors there. Jepson a senior. Ford a senior. Rice a senior. I just hope they get a chance to play in the NIT. 12 and 6 in the league.
Well, third place finish in the league. You'd like to think that'll get you a chance at some postseason play. Illinois State just has run into a team that's extremely hot offensively today. Creighton buried him with his long-range jumper.
Gillen up the floor. McKinney stole it. Horn sounds. Creighton is going to the finals. The automatic bid will be on the line tomorrow night with the 2 best teams in the Valley who have remained so very hot. 90-63. Creighton gets the win as Creighton wins its 21st game of the year, 4 straight years with at least 20 wins for Dana Altman and the Creighton Blue Jays. It's a handshake from Bill Rowe, the SMS athletic director. Illinois State drops to 17 and 14, and we'll wait word to see if they could possibly be a participant in the NIT. Dana Altman, the Valley Coach of the Year. His team couldn't have played much better than they played in this game. 13 3-point makes. It tied an Arch Madness single game record. There he talks with Tyrese Bryson. It's time to announce your Imron UE players of the game.
And Rice, 14 points, got going a little bit too late for Illinois State, but Kyle Korver started it early, bombing away from the 3-point line, 4 for 6 from there, and 20 points. And He got Illinois State out of the game early.
Ameren UE and Energy Services Company. Time now as we get to take a look. Let's go to our Rawlings play of the game.
Good save here by Tyler McKinney. The quick pass over to Corver, and then a nice look underneath. Creighton doing that all day. Just great passing, getting the wide open shot, easy buckets. Shoot 58% from the floor because of nice